This is the third part of the battle, where we've got, well, I say third part, it's the second full part. A couple of videos ago we began the battle and just deployed everything. What's happening is, I don't know if you can remember, but this is the top right of the battlefield. These are my reinforcements that have come on. He sent some cavalry units over to deal with them. And I put a pike stand in front of it, a pike square, which defeated his cavalry. I put some squares of musket behind them as well. Now the infantry's come up. We sent a solitary infantry unit, but there tends to be another one that keeps appearing and reappearing through those woods. So at the moment I'm just surrounding that infantry unit and blasting him with every unit that I've got in that area, so that his morale will break. Unfortunately, I haven't got time to bring my cavalry round from the other side of the battlefield, because they'd have to go around his own forces, and he does still have a unit of cavalry in there. He could perhaps take them out, attack them in the side. I don't want to lose my cavalry at this stage, because I'm going to need them for taking out his artillery, because he does have some guns there. Okay, so advancing a little bit closer. As his line depletes on one side, because the casualties do get taken on one flank when they are coming in from the flank, then the target gets further away, because I'm shooting only at dead bodies. So moving a little bit closer so that I can get into closer range there. Okay, he's beginning to waver now. Unfortunately, I haven't really got anything quick enough to catch him. We might have an attempt though, see if we can get him. He's very, very close to the red line of the battlefield there, that's just behind that unit there to the left. So he doesn't have to run very far to escape. And then of course he reappears to fight again. Here's that other unit that seems to appear and reappear. I don't know whether it's managed to hide in the woods or just the flag has disappeared below the level of those trees. I'm really not too sure. But anyhow, we're going to do the same thing to this one as we did to the other one. Well, hopefully I'll manage to catch this one so he doesn't get away. I would have surrounded the one that's just routed there, but it was this infantry unit coming back and forth that bothered me a bit. I thought I might get hit in the flank or rear by this one. So anyway, at the moment on the other side of the battlefield, my troops are forming from the new reinforcements that are coming on. They're gradually getting themselves into line, and I can see that they're still safe. When I look down onto the overall map there of the battlefield, the circular map there, I can see that my greens and the reds are still quite separate there, so all looks well. His artillery will be playing on my troops, so I'll be trying to, but like I said, we are behind a hillock, so we should be fairly safe from artillery fire where we are there. Makes for a duller battle, being in two parts, but unfortunately it's important to me to keep casualties down. I have done battles like these before on the AI, auto-resolve, just to see what the artificial intelligence makes of a battle like this, and I've won it, but I've lost about 600 men, similar in count to the amount that he loses. Now that to me is, that's a Pyrrhic victory. That's not a real victory at all. The victory for me is when he's losing a lot more men than I am. So by fighting a battle like this, I can avoid some of his troops getting off the field, more than would do if it was auto-resolved, and also I can inflict more casualties on him than he can on me. Would be nice, really, wouldn't it, to have a par for the course? So, if you build up some battle experience, and the computer then gets to know how skillful you are at fighting land battles, so when you do an auto-resolve in the future, it takes a kind of average of your performance of the previous battles. That would be nice to see, wouldn't it? Anyhow, we're chasing that unit off now. I'm hoping to get hold of some of those before they get off the battlefield. He's got to go round me a bit more than the others had. We're chasing him with pikemen because they're our combat weapon troops. I'm not convinced we're going to catch them now, I'm afraid. Anyway, here we are, back to the other side of the battlefield. We can do nothing over the other side there, they're just chasing off those routers. And I'll reform them again afterwards. While that's happening, just checking on this side here. Getting everything into a formation where I can move them all together. Grabbing all the relevant units. Control clicking on the ones that I don't want in the overall formation. Grouping them together by clicking the group icon that you can see there that I'm just about to click. There you go. Sometimes I'll do that and then just click on the units I don't want and then ungroup that particular unit like that. So you see, I don't want that one. So that's the way that it goes. Okay, then what I'll do is I'll advance these towards both his infantry. He's got 2 lots of artillery in there, as I remember. He's got some cavalry left. He's got a couple of infantry units left as well. We should be able to tackle those without too much trouble, really. The issue is, and I know I've griped about it enough, is that we've got plug bayonets. I believe he has as well. He seems to be better at using them than me. He fights a lot better than I do. You see that artillery there going flying over the top of me? So it seems as though we have been fairly safe up until now. There we go, get them in as far as we can, keeping the same formation. And they're the units that I'd excluded from the group so that I can move them independently. Maybe I can bring those around on a flank or look for opportunities. You see slightly over to the left in the distance there something running away. That's an artillery unit. It's bizarre that it's running away because nothing can have hit it. Because I haven't been close enough with anything yet to hit an artillery unit. Okay, we've chased him off the field. He's probably got away again, or he's got some away anyway. Notice I've got a chevron up there on the pikeman, so they must have killed some people, which is good news. Yeah, it's an artillery unit, isn't it? When we get a bit closer we might be able to see how that's occurred. Certainly nothing to do with anything that I've done. It's got to be some friendly fire. I can't chase it because he's got cavalry that can chase whoever I send to chase it. And he's got infantry that can form squares, so I'm just going to have to leave that artillery and let it escape from the battlefield. Daft thing is, I'll end up taking the field, and he'll get, say, half a battery of artillery men with no cannons, and they'll come on with cannons in the next battle, which is really going to peeve me, I'm afraid. You can't have it all your own way, can you, really? Here we go a bit closer. You can see the brow of that hill now, can't you? That's been defending me up until now. So we're approaching the end of this part of the battle now, which is just over halfway through. And I hope to get the other video up sometime this evening so we can complete this battle for you, so you can watch them all at once. Certainly the intention anyway. It does finish with 1 or 2 close-ups actually, not so much this battle, but this part of the battle rather. Oh, you can see the artillery there. See the artillery there? All the guns broken down. It's obviously because there's been some friendly fire. So his artillery have fired across his own artillery and destroyed his own guns. So I shouldn't be complaining about that, should I? Okay, like I said, there are some close-ups in the next part of the battle. So I hope you'll stay with us until then.